Are we prepared?
It's already happened. I'm recording.
Hello!
And
Okay.
we're back.
Okay, when we last left off, all of our players, adventurers, people, had sort of stumbled upon each other in a sort of like Scooby-Doo-esque fashion, I guess. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen Scooby-Doo. So, we're going to start with Jesse. Your Isokai has been entered into a room, and as soon as you gotten in there, the door has opened to you seeing, to your surprise, a small robot with a little purple orb as his head, and a half-orc woman standing there behind him, looking angry, holding a broken bottle in her hand. Austin, you immediately see, as the door opens, some rat mouse man, very confused, wearing boxers and a tank top, looking over at you with a surprised expression on his little face.
I didn't see his picture in any of the photos I saw in the last room.
Nope.
He's still gonna be mad. I charge up to him and I'm gonna try to grab him by the collar.
What are you going to
Do not get grabbed. I'm like, whoa, hold on. What are you doing?
do? Okay, so it's going to be a acrobatics for Jesse.
I think I am good at acrobatics.
Am I acrobatics or athletics?
And for you, it's going to be athletics.
Hell yeah, I'm good at that. That's a 21.
Ooh.
Oh, this is not going to be fun, though.
I mean, it might.
That's a 17.
All right,
All
you
right.
get grabbed. Are you tackling him, or are you
No,
just grabbing
I
him?
just run up and I grab him and I threaten him with the broken bottle. I'm like, "Who are you? Why am I? What's going on? Why are you here? Are you security? I think I got kidnapped, honestly."
I don't know what's going on. I've been wandering around the ship for hours.
He was in a box, right?
Yeah, but you don't know that.
He just.
But he has been wandering around.
Oh, okay. I thought he was
For
just getting out
hours?
of the box.
Not for hours.
For like an hour, so I guess. Ish.
You've had a shorter experience wandering around than she
Fair
did.
enough.
I glare at him and I look around. How's this room look? This will be cut out in post, so I could say, "I love you all. You're very appreciated by society. Thank you for listening to our podcast. I'm not actually mean in real life."
It's all lies.
Slightly.
Help!
If
It's all.
we
He's
do-
got us all here at knife.
The glass bottle's not
I'm
a
a
metaphor.
knife.
If we do bloopers, that's a pretty good one.
The glass bottle's not a metaphor.
If we do bloopers, I think this whole show is bloopers.
Yeah.
All right.
What did you ask? What was your question?
I'm glaring and I'm still holding him. I'm looking around the room. How's it look? What's here?
Okay, so the room seems to be some sort of junction point of multiple larger hallways. In the corners, there's 4 doors. In the corners, there's screens, not really on, and the music is playing in the room. There are speakers for the music, which all of you would have noticed that when you get to more of the residentially area, there's this, you can hear the music that's playing and stuff like that. This does not sound like the song that woke all of you up. It doesn't sound old, doesn't sound staticky. It sounds like it's playing like it should. It's very mall-like music. But yeah, there doesn't really seem to be anything in here. In the very center of the room, at the very top, there's a small, not small per se, like a medium-sized black half dome. And there doesn't really seem to be any signage anywhere. But yeah, the room seems wholly unremarkable. But for the little robot brought you in this direction for some reason.
Alright, I'm going to go. So you're just here? What, you just woke up?
Yes, I woke up inside a tiny little tube.
Okay, who are you?
I don't know. Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm
As,
the one that has a weapon here.
as this happens,
Touché,
you
sir.
hear behind you someone walking up. And you enter in on this scene of some half-orc woman threatening a mouse man. Both of them seem to be in like pajamas of some sort. She's threatening him with a broken bottle.
What seems to be happening here?
I turn around. I go, who are you? I grip him and I'm like, who do you work for?
You're like threatening him like a hostage negotiation.
Where's the bomb?
Yeah, I'm like threatening this rat person like a hostage situation. And I go, who are you? Who are you working for? Why am I here? Who is this?
Curiously, I do not have any recollection of this place at all.
You're dumb like us too?
If by dumb you mean that I have lost memory, then you are correct.
So Tom, your character has snuck up to the point where you can hear what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to engage at all?
No.
Okay.
I'm just going to sigh heavily. I would roll like some insight, but I don't know what that is, and I just don't care at
It's
the
sense
moment.
motive.
Yeah, sense motive. If you want a sense motive, you can.
I'll just do sense motive on both of these people. 'Cause
Alright.
I wouldn't fucking know them.
All right.
You have a -2, remember?
Yeah,
Oh.
you're trying to sense his motive.
Well, the first one was 7 for him. And the next
7
one was
for
12
Jesse.
for you.
12 for Chris.
That's after the 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
They could be. I mean,
I'm probably.
they seem like they don't know what they're doing. One of them's not wearing clothes. Actually, no, both of them aren't wearing clothes.
Like any?
No,
Well, he has boxers.
I have boxers in.
Ratman's got the wife beater and boxers on, and the robot man seems to be wearing some sort of like shorts of some sort.
I'm gonna sigh heavily. I'm gonna like reluctantly pull the bottle away and stand up straight again. I'm gonna go, did you two wake up in a room?
Well, technically speaking, I imagine everyone wakes up in a room, unless they are outside.
Look, I still have a bottle, I'll stab you.
I woke up outside.
Look, okay, I'll tell you my situation. I woke up, locked in a room that wasn't mine. Some other people's pictures were on the walls. Wasn't my room. I drank their alcohol. I ruined their room, and I punched my way out of the door. Yes, I'm very strong. Then some robot fucks came in and started to try to clean my mess up. I wanted people. And then when I asked them, maybe I didn't ask them. I don't
At this point, my
remember.
character's like... It's a bit racist.
Anyway, long story short,
Chris, you're while this person's babbling on, you notice that the robot, the little one that she was following, has gone over to one of the walls and is pushing buttons on like a little keypad that's over there. When he finishes, the cover and the keypad comes down, and he just stands there waiting at attention. And then you're all interrupted by a voice over an intercom. Asking all of you, well, I'm glad to see that you're all awake. I'm sure you all have a lot of questions, and I would love very much to speak to all of you. The small robot in the room, if you would kindly follow him,
Oh, hold on,
will take
bud.
you to the bridge.
Hold on, bud. Who the fuck are you?
I can see that you're trying to talk, but I cannot hear you. There are no microphones in that room. So,
If this wasn't my only weapon, I'd throw it at you.
follow the robot. He will take you to the bridge. We will speak there. You hear a click as whatever communication device has been turned off, and the music continues to play.
Okay, you two, look. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but
Tom, you also heard this.
there's a dude we've all heard wants us to go there. He's probably some weird science man who either kidnapped us or hired us and then used us for some weird fucking experiment. If this is the case, I'm gonna stab him.
I agree with your assessment.
Awesome.
But we have to be careful because we need to figure out what happened to us. We all lost our memories. We don't know where we are, who we are. He's the only one that may have information on any one of us. So if you could restrain yourself just a little bit on the stabbing.
I also agree with your assessment.
Counter argument. Does anyone know medicine? Because bleeding can be stopped.
So, all of you take a moment to think, do I know any medicine? I mean, all of you come to the conclusion of, yeah, I could probably do it. Yeah, if I bet you I could. I bet you I was like a doctor or something. Suffice to say, all of you are not sure, but you're willing to give it a shot. The robot in the corner of the room is just kind of standing there, waiting. He's not moving, even though the voice said to follow him. But he's turned towards the open door, kind of expectantly.
Alright, you're both smaller and don't look to be as punch-oriented as I am. You, robot man, you're behind me. You,
Very well.
You, rat man, you're behind the robot. So if there is a
I will
bullet,
attempt to stealthily follow.
You're not
If
gonna
there is
enter
a-
the room?
if there is a bullet, it will go to me first, and then if the bullet goes forward, it goes into the robot man, and then if it goes forward, it'll miss the rat man because they'll shoot me, and he's not tall enough.
I want to try to stealthily keep pace with them.
Okay, are you looking into the room?
Yes.
Okay. The little robot man's looking at you.
Okay, I will try to move so that he doesn't have direct line of sight.
He keeps on moving to try and keep line of sight with you.
Do I notice this?
You're having a conversation right now. Something that's... You're being told what to do right now, so you're not quite paying
I will
attention
try
to
to
what he's
wave
doing.
away.
He waves you to come in.
Alright, so we're agreed. Does anybody have like a pouch or something I could hide this in without possibly stabbing myself? I don't want to put this in my waistband.
Do I have some kind of like alcove or something maybe?
Wait a minute.
I feel like I might be able to help with this.
Well,
He has,
hold on, one question at a time. Alright.
he has a...
If you're brave enough, yes. But the human side of you instinctively tells you no. So, suffice to say, no, you don't really have anything on, like any space on you.
I figured probably not.
You know, as Jesse, as a Isekai, that you do have space. You've got a special place to put things. But this is a bladed object, and you probably shouldn't be shoving broken glass in your mouth.
Touche.
Nonsense. That's a coward's answer.
You're not wrong. So the little robot seems like he's not going to go anywhere until you enter the room, and you see him slowly kind of waddle towards the door,
I'm
up
like,
towards you.
alright, let's go. And I'm gonna go towards the robot.
Okay. The robot gets to the door.
I look for any place to hide. Is there any place to hide?
Well, you look around and you are in a stark white hallway. The doors have a slight indent, but maybe like half an inch.
Okay. I'm wearing an all-white suit, correct?
Yes.
I will press myself up against one of the doors
Okay.
and try to just hope that they walk past me.
Okay. So the robot peeks around the door, and it just immediately is looking straight at you.
Uh-huh.
You walk out the door, Austin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Marching order is determined already, probably.
So, Tom, I'm going to need you to make a stealth check.
Okay. That is a 3.
So, Austin's passive perception, there's a cat in the room now, oh my god.
Okay, that's it. You, here, take it.
I'm just standing there with my hands over my
Okay, so Austin's character has a passive perception of 10. So when she looks over across the room, for like a split second, she doesn't see you. But only for like a split second. And then she sees... What is it? I forget the name of your race. I'm sorry. Kasatha. Thank you. Some Kasatha woman in white is pressed up against a wall and looks very worried and is staring at you. And the robot is going like this to the woman. You know, beckoning them to come along.
She's kind of like in the same kind of like... She looks like she's kind of in the same situation as us.
Do you want to do a sense motive?
Sure. Those have all gone really well.
Because I'm not
for me.
dressed the same as them.
Nope, you're not.
That's a 10.
It's a 10?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's an average... What an average person.
This is weird. If she was you think about it for a second. You're stunned first because there's some sort of ninja here. And you sit there for a second and go, were they trying to kill me? They look like an assassin. They didn't enter the room. But
Yeah, just lay out the facts. I'll do it on my own.
But the robot
real.
is beckoning,
Uh-huh.
and the robot and the voice seem to be saying all of you. So you can surmise that this is most likely a person that the voice was trying to talk about, and the robot wants the person to come with you. Whether or not they're in the same position that you're in is up for debate. They are dressed differently than you. They have some sort of outfit on.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, who knows? You don't really have a whole lot of options right now.
Alright. I'm going to go, what? Oh, hey! And I'm gonna, like, tense up and, like, not really threaten, but, like...
I will turn and run.
Okay.
I'm gonna,
You run back the way you came?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to tackle her.
Oh, okay.
Is that athletics again?
Yes, athletics.
Fuck yeah. The one character
acrobatics,
that I've had
Tom.
that's good at it.
Acrobatics.
20.
Natural or no?
No.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
That's 20. Also not natural.
Oh.
So, because this is the way that we play this, ties go to the defender.
Fuck.
You are so close.
Did you dive for me?
Yeah.
I will double back and go the other way.
So
then-
after she dives, you turn around and run.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna shout out, grab her!
So you run back towards where the open door was.
Mhm.
And what did you two do?
I shouted, "Grab her!"
I'm gonna try to grab her. I guess.
I will also try.
Okay. Then both of you roll athletics with advantage, because you're both assisting each other. And Tom, you're doing...
Oh, that's a nat 20.
That's a 16.
Okay.
16.
Okay. So, the Yosokai dives for your legs, and you instinctively jump up over him. As soon as he falls, though, you're in the air and have nowhere to go but forward directly into the robot man's loving embrace as he grabs you and spins to the ground and holds you down.
I quickly get up and run over, and I brandish my bottle. Now, very suspicious about this lady. And I go, "Are you looking for the man? Are you trying to kill us? What's his plan?"
So the click comes on the radio again. And the same voice goes, "Please do not kill each other. If you would be so kind as to all four of you follow the robot, he will take you to the bridge, and I will explain everything."
Notice how he didn't say "for" before. She's one of him, I think.
I see no evidence to support this.
Wait, what was that?
I see no evidence to support this.
She
She's very frustrated.
She ran off.
She ran away from my threat.
Yeah.
I tried to stab her and she didn't let me.
So the little robot
I didn't
man...
try to stab her. That's slander.
The little robot man goes back into the junction room, the intersection area, and proceeds to beckon all of you in your dog pile over to where it's going. It's going towards a different door now.
Okay. Who are you? Why didn't you come in the room?
I'm going to shiver and not speak.
I don't like this one.
They could be immune.
You are
realize-
frightening her.
Yes, you
Let
are
us just go
scaring her.
and get some answers.
Put the broken bottle away for now.
Austin, a thought crosses your mind for a second. She could be mute.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you don't see a mouth.
Suppose.
Everything's got a mouth. Just like everything's got a butt. This also crosses your mind.
So, here's my thing. I just had an idea. We were freely able to leave this room. I'm gonna go back to the room I just busted out of. And I'm gonna grab something that could wrap around the sharp edges of this and stuff it into my waistband to maybe conceal it a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright. So I'm gonna go back to that room.
Alright. What are you grabbing?
Probably, like, just
There's
rip off
sheets
some...
and
yeah.
there's towels.
Probably... Oh, towels were probably better for this.
Probably.
I'm gonna grab a towel, probably maybe, like, rip it in half so it's kind of small and, like...
Remember, you still have your 10 plastic knives.
I still have my
Yeah.
my
The
doll.
guy's just standing in the room like...
And I'm gonna,
I'm just like with those knives. I'm trying to like build a little tower.
I'm gonna basically just kind of make the shittiest sheath mankind has ever seen.
Uh-huh.
Or
And then I'm gonna
kind.
stuff it into my waistband. What do I roll to conceal that, Travis?
You're trying to hide it.
Yes.
Okay.
Sleight of hand, I believe.
Well, considering that you're not really wearing too much, yeah, I would agree sleight of hand.
the shirt
But
all
take it at
baggy?
disadvantage.
Okay. I mean, the possibility of me hiding it, I think, is in the fact that these clothes are not for me.
Yeah. At disadvantage.
Yeah, I know. That's probably going to be the disadvantage on you was. Sleight of hand. Hey, that's 14.
14. It's not as bad as it could have been.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So you take a little while and you kind of wrap it so that it's tied roughly around your waist. And then you make sure that the shirt hangs over it.
Yeah.
So you think to yourself, okay, this is the best I'm going to get. it looks like you've got a glass bottle under your shirt or a weird tumor. But you can't immediately see that you have a broken bottle.
Yeah.
But if someone were to like pay attention to like the outline of you, they would see, hey, there's something there.
Yeah.
So
I could just be like, I stole alcohol.
yeah. All
I
right.
mean, that wouldn't be a lie.
Alright, let's, I guess go to meet the man and figure out what the fuck is happening.
Yes,
All right.
let us go.
How are you? Is anyone holding her?
I'm imagining that he's still
Yeah.
holding on to her.
Okay, you're still holding on to her. Okay.
I like come back, I'm like, alright, let's go, mute girl.
And then just like everything just falls. Like I'm working on
Are you gonna
this,
take the knives with you?
Yeah. I was
Okay.
building up like a little tower and then he stomps back and he just falls. Like,
All right.
Alright. New marching order. Me. Robot. Mute one. And then Ratman. This way. This goes in order of things I could take a bullet best. Me, then Robot, then her, then you. You're smallest. It'll probably avoid you if it goes through 3 of us. You, I don't trust you fully, so having you between 2 of people I semi-trust, that's icing on the cake. So,
thanks.
let's go meet this man.
Do you
I
let go of
guess.
me?
Yeah.
I social distance. I am 6 feet away from any of you.
Is there coronavirus in this universe?
Maybe.
Oh yeah, we
don't
wouldn't know.
Man, we've just dated this so bad.
Have we?
That's a threat.
Okay.
If someone
So.
watches this in 60 years and we're still in lockdown, not going to be a problem.
Yep.
Alright.
Maybe we just future-proofed it.
Oh no.
Let's go.
All right. So all of you follow the little robot man as he takes you through hallway, place, different. The little robot man takes you through. You would probably get a better sense of this. Maybe Tom. Maybe you would also kind of get an idea about this. You're kind of winding, like you're going through different places and then heading in directions that lead you back to areas that you were going in before.
I'm pilot. I'm fly.
I mean, yeah, you've got a general good sense of where you've been and where you're going. You can count turns and stuff like that. It takes a while. The 2 things that you notice, or a couple things that you notice about the ship, is one, that this thing is massive. And it seems like everything seems to be like built on a slight curve. And as you go, you end up getting to an area where there seems to be some semblance of robotic life. There's, as you get closer and closer to what you presume is the bridge, there's a lot of robots doing things, moving, cleaning things, generally just keeping stuff up to snuff. And there's a lot of places that you are kind of like shooed away from going. But eventually, after a while, you all make it to the bridge. And there's a sense of tension in the air as the little robot man opens up the doors to the bridge. There's a first door, you enter. Everyone is scanned. Similar to the scanning that you went through. And then a second door opens. You enter in there, go around a few things, and you enter the bridge. You go upstairs a little bit, and there's no one in the bridge apart from a singular humanoid robot wearing a white with black trim, Navy-style suit. his body is made up out of the same kind of white carbon fibery plastic that the smaller robots are made up out of. They all have this same kind of motif to them, where they are all made out of the same material. The central interface of them seems to be some sort of container holding this purple fluid, and they are all connected to the ship. This robot man has his head encompass is this material, this plasticky material, but where his actual face is, the front of it, you can see is another one of these orbs, with the purple liquid inside and some sort of dull glow in the very center of it that kind of pulses. And on the back of his head is a relatively large cable that connects down to the ground and then off to some of the consoles off to the side. When you come in, he turns around and is standing relatively at attention, and begins to speak, saying, people. It has been a very long time since I've seen people.
Yeah, I don't know how long it's been since I've seen people, cause, hey, where's my fucking memories?
I told you that I could answer your questions, but I'm afraid that question I cannot answer.
Liar robot.
I can tell you what I know and what has happened to my knowledge, but the most important thing that I must explain to all of you is that I don't have all of the answers. I am connected to the ship's memory. The ship itself powers all of the robots that you've seen on your way up here, but I am blocked from particular access to portions of the ship that I was not blocked previously.
Okay, so what are you doing? What's your goal?
My goal was to protect the ship and keep us from crashing into anything. But I started getting signs that there was activity happening on the ship not that long ago, and it turned out to be all of you.
To be fair, I don't know what they did. I think it might have been mostly me.
You were one of the louder ones.
Yeah, I have that impact on people.
But I cannot fault you for reacting the way you did. You are all in a very alien position. But you are also my best hope for staying alive.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
So your only purpose is to keep the ship from crashing?
Yes.
Who gave you that? Who built you?
The ship that all of us are on is the SS Eternity. It is a luxury life ship that was made by... Let me bring up his name. Francis Wilson.
Where's Francis?
Dead. Or missing. I do not know. You see, 30 years ago, this ship was filled with people. But something happened. The ship was EMP'd, I suppose. All technology shut off. And when I awoke, the ship was in massive disrepair. Time had gone on, and everyone was gone. The thing that confuses me the most is the locations where all of you woke up. You were not there before.
I figured that. I don't know who the fuck's room I was in.
When I say that, I mean yesterday you were not there.
That is rather troubling.
Where were we?
That's very disconcerting.
I do not know. From what I can check of the ship's systems, there is no life aboard. Apart from you four, as of right now. For the past 30 years, it seems everyone on the ship has disappeared. And I can no longer control the ship and pilot it in any direction. I was the first officer of the Eternity, but now it seems I am the sole captain. And the only thing that has kept the ship from crashing into debris is the small correction jets that I have been able to gain access to. For the safety of the structure, I have closed off incrementally portions of the ship. I only have access to very specific locations, and the ship is falling apart as we speak. Eventually, it will completely rip itself asunder, and I will be dead.
Okay, hearing all this, I was gonna probably stab you with the bottle and probably punch you a bunch. I thought you were a dude, to be honest. I don't know if these three have anything to add, but I'm pretty much done. I can offer my services to try and get this back under our control if that's in
I
my
have
benefit.
to ask you. I have to ask all of you. Do any of you know anything?
I was going to ask these three if they wanted to add anything.
Do you remember anything?
From when I woke up, no. I do remember on my way here, I passed by a billboard that had a bunch of names that had NA on it. And then afterwards they had the word Eternity on it.
The crew of the ship for the upper ring, they were listed there. The NA means that they are not available off the ship of some sort. As far as them having the last name Eternity, this ship was built as a life ship. People would sign up to spend the rest of their life on board in the lap of luxury for some. And that created generations of people born on this ship, and those who are born on this ship where their culture allows it took the ship as their last name, and this has gone on for a long time. The Eternity has been around for, well, longer than I have been in production. Not much, if anything, is known about the actual ship itself. Even I, when I did have full control, couldn't tell you everything.
Check.
Yeah. There's a problem with the... Oh no, it's my external hard drive.
If repairing the systems, if we were able to repair your systems, would they be able to help you figure out what's been happening?
I don't know. I hope so. I need information about that day when whatever happened to the ship shut me down, shut the Eternity down. But from what I can gather, the Eternity was shut down and something happened to the ship before we turned on.
And that was because when we were walking around, I noticed there was I'll mention the computer room that I went into. None of the screens were on.
Yes. Most of the auxiliary power for the ship has been diverted to life support systems and other such things to keep the ship running. I won't beat around the bush. The engine of this ship, whatever it is about to explode. I do not have a lot of time, and I, as you can see, as he gestures towards the cable, I cannot leave this room. That's why I need all of you. The smaller robots, they are also tethered to the ship itself. When they become untethered, they cease a lot of their capabilities. I am unique among them as I was given a modicum of self-awareness, but I am still required to be connected to the ship to operate. As this ship was intended to exist forever, the computer systems and the robots on board are connected to the actual engine and core of the ship itself to keep us functioning. So, the number one priority is getting to the engine room, but that is easier said than done. The life support system has also been extremely damaged. It was never a problem before, but there is no longer any fresh food aboard the ship. And all four of you, well, most of you, don't have access to any of the security or personal systems aboard.
Most?
I don't know what you're talking about. I was able to get out of the place I was in just fine.
This one can just open doors?
Only some. Only the ones that they were assigned to when they boarded. When someone signs up to be a part of the Eternity, their DNA is taken and added to the ship's systems. They then have access to particular functions, what they're allowed to, security levels, if you will. You not being able to access anything implies certain things, but in all honesty, it really doesn't matter.
So this one, well, I'm probably the odd one out here.
I believe so.
Alright,
I think the first priority would be, because preferably I would not like to explode. Probably should take care of I would probably should try to get down the engine room and prevent this from exploding.
I wish it were that easy to just get it down there, but like I said, the majority of the ship has been locked off, and even if you could get there, actual access to the engine itself was restricted, extremely so.
oh, don't worry about that, just give me a weapon.
It's been done before.
Ah.
The engine room and access to the engine itself is the heart of the entire ship.
So naturally it would have...
You probably don't know or don't remember this, but no ship lasts forever. Well, none but this one. This ship was designed to go forever.
Well, it sounds like it's not working.
Indeed. But the engine itself, that is. And that's partially the issue.
Alright.
So, we need to take things one step at a time, if you're all willing to.
I'm good. What about you two?
I am.
I would prefer not to be terminated.
Alright, mute girl, you do... I'm too big for this. One of you that hasn't shouted as much as me, and maybe use the corpses of robots to alert members of the crew.
You're not helping.
You're not really helping at all.
I'm saying don't let me talk to the little one.
I'm paying attention. I'm just standing a little ways away.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you won't talk to me is what I'm getting at. One of you try to get her to talk, or like if you know sign language, or like A is apple or something like that. I'm not sure. Just See if she understands and can talk and communicate.
If you understand, nod. She understands.
Talk?
Are you willing to speak or able? She is able to speak, but not willing.
I guess that's fair.
Well, the first thing that we'll need to do is give you some modicum of access to the ship. I cannot make you a permanent guest by the ship's standards, but I can give you a timed pass. We are not in necessarily critical danger, as in the ship is not going to explode today or tomorrow, but, well, all of you are going to need some form of sustenance. So, I would suggest trying to find some way of gaining access to food, water, and then, once you have some way of sustaining yourselves, probably will need to go down to the shopping area and find some sort of equipment, and then work your way towards the life support system, and we'll take that as step one, and that will help us work our way towards the engine.
Okay. Do you have maybe like any scrap components all over the place?
I'm afraid not.
Damn it. I hate this ship.
The robot's natural duty is to keep everything clean. We are in a higher economy area of the ship, so generally scrap and dirt and the like don't stay around for very long. But there are certain cordoned off areas that I will be able to open that you might be able to find some useful items in.
Okay.
So, the first place that I will suggest that all of you go is back out to one of the larger lobbies and find some form of store or business that had access to the waste disposal. Take the waste disposal down and then use the service pathways to get yourself towards the reserve. My brain is forgetting the word. Life support systems for the high income areas. Fix it. Clean up whatever's been causing issues. And then get back and we'll take the next step from there.
Alright.
Would you happen to have schematics of the ship or a way to give us so we can find our way through the ship?
I can give you schematics for the safe areas of the ship. The non-safe areas, I cannot tell you what they are like, but I could tell you what they were like.
Okay, just
I'll give you some information. He walks over to a desk and pulls out, kind of similar to like one of the books that was on the shelf, and starts adding some stuff to it. He then gestures towards a computer that's off to the left-hand side of the room, and says, if you would all one by one place your hand upon the screen, I can add you to the guest data list.
I'll head over there first and put my hand on it.
I'll
Okay.
do it. Because if I'm gonna die... If I was gonna die at any point in this interaction, it would have been before now.
Okay.
I will follow.
Follow?
I'll do it.
Yeah. All right. When all of you have your hands up there, each one of you, it has an error, and a little boop thing pops up. You need to put a name to your DNA. Who are you? So now is the time to pick a name, or at the very least, just tell the ship what you would like to be called.
I look down at my arm and I see the shaved bit and it says Ace. So I'm going to call myself Ace.
Okay.
I think the only thing I know right now is how to make explosives. So...
Were there any markings on the bottle?
Oh, were there any markings on the bottle? Well, I look at it right now. Not were, are there?
Samuel Adams.
The bottle probably was called some sort of like...
Look up a name generator for wine.
Yeah, like, well, maybe not wine, but it was some sort of like tropical themed piratey drink. So
Yarger.
Instead of Captain Morgan, it's Captain Scarlet's.
no,
This is like drink
Captain
name
Lemon
specifically. Hold on. Go to someone else. I'll
yeah,
work with it.
yeah. I don't know what it would be on there. I'm bad at this because again, I don't drink alcohol, so I don't know what things are actually called anything.
Could be called Mai Tai.
Chris.
Well, organics tend to like simple
What-
names, easy to remember. I will go with techno.
With what?
Techno.
Not Adam?
Yes. The origin story. No. It goes back in
Origin?
time.
He lives on in all our hearts.
Tom?
Fish.
I'm just gonna go with boom.
Boom.
He called Mai
The
Tai
only
for
thing
mine.
my character knows at this point is how to craft a grenade, and it's the only thing I've been trying to do besides smash robots. It's boom or smash.
Wham could be good.
Wham.
Do you want some?
short...
Do you just want some suggestions of explosive things?
Sure.
Because there's dynamite, TNT, C4, Semtex, thermite, pipe bomb, grenade, pineapple, IED,
Nade
Claymore.
is good.
nade,
Yeah.
claymore, which is also the name of a sword.
Probably Nade.
Okay. So you're all registered. You all now, for the most part, free reign of the ship. At least the areas that are open to the public as of right now. The areas that you know of that you can go to. You know of at least 2 places where food is actually kept. Then there is the large auditorium area that has multiple shops and buildings, and your first objective was to find some place that seems to have access to the waste disposal, like direct access to it. Something that doesn't collect it and then get taken to waste disposal will probably something that goes straight there.
It's like a garbage chute.
Yeah, yeah. Like something that has access to a garbage chute, or something that potentially doesn't want to sit around.
Are we gonna reenact that scene from A New Hope? The garbage chute.
Maybe.
All right.
Wow.
As
Shut
a,
down all the garbage matches.
as
There's also the just to let you know, the room that you were in the door has been fixed and is closed now, and you can't enter it again because that's not your room.
Yeah.
Also, if you guys want, you could also try and find some clothing.
Yeah, here I was gonna say.
That would be good.
All right. Point of order for things we need to do. Food.
Mhm.
Oh wait, fuck. Water, then food. Shoes, which would include clothing, because if there's some pokey bits, shoes are good.
I am not too bothered.
I will do this
but
with all 4 hands.
Organics tend to like clothing.
Preferably, now this is my preference, weapons. There are unsafe areas of the ship, apparently. So,
Like I said, there was a period of time where I had no knowledge of what has happened, and when I was turned back on, let's just say there are definitely areas of the ship that I would highly recommend avoiding.
Alright, look, I feel that I don't like not knowing things, and I know literally nothing, and having a gun or something would make me feel a lot more comfortable.
Out of character, real quick.
Yeah.
A thing for Techno, because he says like organics and stuff like that a lot. Technically, that's part of him too.
Yeah.
But he associates that completely different from himself.
There's two halves to his that make up his being.
Yeah.
And there's the one that's in control, and then there's the additive human aspect that... Okay.
Because, like, I was looking at androids a little bit. I swear I don't actually look up lore. Androids, when they die, they just go into a different body.
Huh.
Okay. Good
Yeah.
to know.
Anyway,
Techno 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Oh no.
I
With
like
a vengeance.
I want that as, like, a pillow.
Okay.
Alright, and then, after we get all of that, and we're an actual equipped party that won't starve or opposite of drown to death, thirst to death. It's besides the point. Then we fix the ship so we then don't die of that.
Alright,
A
Once-
logical path.
Once you can fix whatever's going on with the life support system in this area, I will be able to transition more energy back to some of the seemingly more mundane services. So a lot of the computers will be able to be turned on. Hopefully all of you will gain some more information as to why you're here and how to get access to the actual engine room itself.
Okay. Do you have any, like... Or if we go down to these shops and we go, give me a Snickers. Wait, can I say that?
Yeah.
Give me a Bickers. And then the machine says, give me $1. I don't have $1. Do we need money?
Well, the ship has its own economy, and yes, you will need money to purchase things, but I'm going to be honest with you, I really didn't expect you to want to buy something.
Well, it's
I kind of assumed that since we're in kind of a critical condition right now, that maybe you would try to just take it.
Well, yeah, but that might make you mad.
The other thing is I don't have control over the shops. All of those businesses, all of them, were owned by people that lived on the ship.
Wait a minute, hold on. You're just saying I get a free looting pass?
From me and from all of the robots, yes.
Space Purge, Space Purge.
I
By
thought you
all
were saying
means.
perks for a minute. Both are applicable.
By all means. I honestly... People used to make their own closed networks for things like this, so I don't really have a whole lot of control over the interior of those shops.
Alright.
I've closed off ones that seemingly are dangerous.
Okay, that's fine. Good news. We can loot whatever the fuck we want, apparently, and just take shit. I like that. 2, if somebody gets angry at us for looting their shops, that just means help will come sooner. So, it's a win-win.
I would enjoy some equipment.
I will have you know that there are no businesses and no products aboard the ship that are owned or operated by anyone off of the ship. So, if you break something and you're hoping that it sends a signal back to HQ, well, HQ is probably somebody's room.
But technically you just said that no one on the ship is on the ship anymore, so they might.
I suppose so. But honestly, I don't know where
It's
we are.
important to keep morale high in these situations.
Anyway,
I have no use for morale.
you have the schematics for the for us on the pad right here.
I can give you this. And he hands you this little tablet thing. When you look through it, it's basically a brochure. It's very, like, there's, like, a cartoony map of, like, you are here, and, like, stuff's vague, but for the most part, you could use this to generally get from location to location without having to spend seemingly a bunch of time. But when you look at it, it also tells you what areas are closed off.
Okay.
Can I
you can
just,
see
like, jack into it? Cyberpunk style?
I mean, yeah, you could.
Do it.
Careful, you don't know what firmware is on that.
Okay, you jack into it, and yeah, it's self-contained GPS. It has files of the ships. It's connected to one of the Wi-Fi
I'm in.
style networks. Although you like, it only goes as, like, your connection only goes as far as this little pad.
Yeah.
Most of the information, the updates and stuff like that of where you are and what's closed off, seems to be packets that it receives. It doesn't really send anything out.
Okay.
Alright.
So it didn't really help me much.
I mean, not really. Like, potentially, if you broke it, you could plug into it and still work and like still get access to things.
Okay.
But for the most part, it's a little brochure map. Nothing too crazy about that. He explains that I'm afraid I have no weapons to give any of you, although hopefully you won't need them. To tell you the truth, I haven't explored the ship because I physically can't.
Yeah, I got that. I have a weapon, a little bit.
You mean the bottle that you have?
It's more than you have, bub.
I do not have a bottle, so...
Exactly. Right.
Do you also plan on using your plastic knives for this?
I was bored.
I can tell.
Are those sharp at all?
No, they're dull.
They're for, like, you could, if you wanted to, you could probably cut somebody with it. If you wanted to.
Put them on a Roomba.
That wouldn't work as well.
Okay,
Alright,
so
let's go get something to eat before we die.
All right.
I don't think it's quite that dire, but, alright.
It will be.
we'll check out the shops and
I mean,
see if we can find
Right now.
At the very least, you'll need to find some way to sustain yourself for a period of time, because you get the impression that you're probably going to be here for a little bit.
Yeah.
And also, all of you are feeling hungry, or at the very least, those of you that have organic bits.
Yeah.
You can tell that those organic bits do need nourishment of some kind.
Weak organics.
So you're all feeling hungry. Yeah. It's been a while. You're all well rested. You're thirsty. Maybe not you. You've had a couple drinks. But you're all hungry. So that is something that is probably going to need to...
Question mechanically.
Yes.
I know spells. Can I not cast them because I don't have access to that knowledge?
So, because you lack the knowledge to actually specifically cast them, you are tapped into magic to an extent, but you're not wholly self-aware of it. It's one of those things where if you were
so
to...
it's like a latent force user.
Kind of.
Like a force sensitive.
It's like riding a bike. You don't know, or like, you don't even know that you can do it.
Okay.
But if you were to start, you would feel like you could get better and better and faster at it. So at the very least, you would need to, gameplay-wise, you're going to need to find a starting point. Okay. Something to kind of kickstart you back onto the path of actually casting spells. Okay. But once you cast a spell, maybe once or twice, you'll then be able to open up to, like, okay, yeah, I'm starting to remember how I can do certain things.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright.
As
I was gonna say like,
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
As we go along, I was just gonna say, I'd go, alright, we're gonna be together for a while, I can tell. I think I should air a few grievances out that I may have caused. I'll go least to worst, and that is, least to worst affecting. You, don't whine. I didn't do anything to you. I am sorry for grabbing you by the collar and threatening you with a broken bottle, and then, maybe using you as a hostage when I thought that somebody who knew what was happening came into the room.
Thanks. I guess.
I was in a bad way. And I am...
Hence the broken bottle.
I apologize for threatening you half-heartedly with a broken bottle, then trying to tackle you, and then telling my compatriots to also tackle you, in which they succeeded, and then proceeded to shout and threaten you more with the glass broken bottle. I apologize.
To be fair, I did not tackle her. I just grabbed her.
You hugged her. There's a difference.
And then you threw her to the ground.
I will nod slowly.
Right, now that that's out of the way, let's eat.
You say that like we found food already.
Yeah. Goal-oriented.
We're sticking to our ramen.
You know the funny thing is...
So, you guys are going where? Back out to the large auditorium area?
We got a map. I assume there's like food court area. That's where I would assume to go.
I'm assuming like... With
So, from what you can gather, a lot of the areas of the ship will go from a residential area to a like a large, almost highway style hallway, and those will connect to several of these larger auditorium things where that's where a lot of shops are. Not every shop is like a go in here, buy a product and leave kind of shop. Some of them are like, hey, come here and just sit and hang or whatever, parks and the like. There are plants growing in the center at the bottom level, but the auditoriums are 3 levels. 4? I think 4. I think I said 4 before.
Do you have the core rulebook over there?
I have a core rule book.
I do not have a core rulebook over there.
No, he will use mine. Here, damn it.
Uh-oh.
Is it all your...
Failure. So...
You bastard.
Hey, they're his books. They were on your
I
first...
wanted to lend him a book. I wanted my book to feel useful.
So yeah, there's you guys come out and you're on level, we'll say 2, going from the ground floor 1. You guys are on level 2. There's 3 and 4. There's a series of shops. Some of them are open, some of them are closed. Are you just going to look for like a food court area? Because there was a seemingly public food court area that those two had passed by. Although you would probably get the sense that because it's been so long, whatever happens to the rest of the foods probably like that in a lot of places.
Can I use a survival roll to determine which shop would most likely have some food?
I will say yes, you can go ahead and make a survival check. It'll probably tell you what places will most likely sell some form of edible product.
Oh, I hope there's an edible arrangements in here. Hey! That's a 10.
Okay. You take just like a quick look around. Nothing immediately screams to you like, food here! Mm-hmm. At least on this level. But when you look up, you do see that, like, oh, hey, I think there's a food, like some sort of burger food place up over there. Mm-hmm. We should go up over there.
Alright.
So at the ends of either ends of these large auditorium-type areas, there are stairs. So you probably go to whichever one's closest. Or, another thing, you guys could potentially even just split up and check for different anything.
I say
You have free looting pass, so...
True. I say, like, you said there's a food court up there, you think?
Yeah.
How about
Remember, you can, like, sniff out shit.
Yeah,
True.
you can
I
follow
don't
your
think
nose.
I don't think I'd know that, and if I, like... It'd
Yeah,
be
you wouldn't-
racist of me to assume that you could do that.
First of all, that's racist.
Yeah,
Second,
but
you're right.
It's not actually a super common thing among Isoki.
Yeah.
It's a variant.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm a special one.
I was correct. It would be racist.
So if you wanted to give a sniff around...
I was gonna do that, but I was gonna say, like, I'll go with him to try to find food, and these two want to try to find clothes or stuff.
Okay.
Well,
I want to take a look around for anywhere that might have any weapons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to, like...
So we'll do it. We'll run per floor as you guys move up towards where the food place
Yeah.
could be.
As I, like, go along with him, I also am, like, just, like, side-eyeing all the stores to make note of anything that might interest me later on. Specifically things that may
For
contain weaponry.
explosives and weaponry.
Yeah.
All right.
Explosives would be very much preferred.
Okay. So this
that was,
is
like, another super powerful-
what immediately strikes you is that this is obviously a big spenders location. There's a lot of fancy stores here. One of the easiest things to find is clothing. There are several different clothing shops around.
This is like when you finally get to buy a suit from the fancy store in Mafia 2.
Yeah, I guess.
And then they insult you for walking in there, and then you buy a suit, and they're like, "Oh, of course, good choice, sir. Yes."
So one of the things that you quickly kind of realize is that there's styles that have come about from people just living here. So there's an eternity style of clothing that gets sold in almost all of these places, which is a very clean and smooth white style of clothing where there's like large portions of unbroken just white on the clothing. A lot of it is rich people fancy clothing. There's dresses, there's suits, there's like polos and stuff like that.
Is there like a nice kind of white leather jacket anywhere? As we go along?
Yeah, you can find. It's not very like biker like. It's
Well, yeah, I know that.
yeah, but it's honestly more military-esque than you would expect. Like squared off shoulders and things like that. It looks like this would be something that like a pilot would wear when they're like on a parade or something, and they want to look fancy but still be like, that person's a pilot.
All right. So
I'm a
as
pilot,
me and him are just walking along, I'm gonna like grab this off real quickly
Okay.
and rip off the sleeves and then
So-
put it on.
So we run into a couple issues. So when you go to the shop that had like, you see, oh, that looks nice. You go into the shop. Things aren't on racks. There are drawers that have the clothing in them, and then above that is a holographic display of the actual item. No one is running the store, and a lot of the stores that you've seen coming up here have been like completely shut down. This one is probably one of those ones that's on its own little grid, so they probably couldn't turn it off. So you've got a couple options. You could either try and just steal it, or you could somehow maybe pay for it or do something at the register. There's no robot there or anything like that.
I was going to just run in, take this, and run back as he was still walking. So I'm just going to fucking ignore it for now and run out. And I'm going to go, hey, there's you can't just take shit. There's boxes, and you got to steal shit from the boxes, which is an issue we might run into with the burgers.
I mean, that sounds like a problem.
Sounds like a logical thing.
We don't need whatever I wanted there right now. It's dumb, and I don't even like it that much. But let's go try to get burgers.
I feel like that just is way... No, alright then.
Okay. So, clothing, easy to find.
Yeah.
Guns or weapons.
Yeah.
There's not really a whole lot of, like,
It's probably
weaponry
it's
that's
probably
being sold.
It's probably those two that are really looking for them.
There's not really a whole lot of, like, weaponry that's being sold around here. Like, there's no self-defense store or anything like that. But you do see that on the top floor, kind of over in the corner a little bit, there is a
Like a security thing?
no. There is a store that is selling like display firearms. You don't know whether or not they work or anything like that, but it is someplace that has something to do with firearms. So after you go through the first floor, you move up to the second floor. A lot of the same. There's a place that sells furniture. There's
I'm about to run into a space fight with lasers with an M1 Garand.
Shard of glass.
So something that you're picking up. So Austin's Nade is moving kind of like, you know, you guys are moving pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And Nade is kind of like, that's the place that we're going. You notice that you've passed like maybe 2 or 3 food places on your way up here. It's not that Nade necessarily could be ignoring it, or like, not that she could like not have seen them per se, but you think like, okay, maybe she knows that place would have something, but you can smell that there's stuff going on here. There's something is being cooked of some kind in some way.
Okay. And this is in one of the stores that we passed by, or is it also the one that we're going to now?
You can't pinpoint it. It's kind of just filled up the area, but there's something going on. This is the first time you've been in this area, so you are smelling that there's something. So are you guys like lagging behind them, or are you going up the other set of staircase?
Staying between 6 and 10 feet from them.
But you're all moving as one group.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought those two went off on their own.
Techno kind of makes it his thing to watch over her.
Okay.
And try to, like, not intimidate her. Like,
Just keep an eye on.
Yeah, just keep an eye on her.
Okay.
He consciously makes an effort to act calm. Well, I mean, he kind of does that anyway, but, like, to just do everything he can to not
Try to
make
give
her more
off the
skittish. You know?
try to give off the vibe that he won't threaten her with a broken bottle.
Yeah.
Generally,
As
yeah.
of note, I'm
Yes.
like, every time I see a little flicker of light or something, I'm just sort of like looking at it and stuff like that.
Okay.
I don't know why, but
Okay. As you move your way onto the second floor, all of you don't even need to. Your passive perception, even if it's 0, you immediately notice that by this place that you pointed out, there's some sort of like residue on the ground in front of it, like it's been stained.
Red?
No.
Purple?
No.
This is liquid I haven't encountered before.
This is
They
mysterious
can be taken
liquid.
many ways.
There's not liquid on the ground, but it looks like there was liquid there that had stained that area.
And it's like been cleaned essentially.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take a closer look at it.
Okay, so when you go up to the store, that smell is strong. It's stronger now.
Do I smell?
Yes, you can smell it now. There's some sort of like burning smell. Not necessarily like something's on fire. Not that strong, but it's like something got burnt here at some point.
Like recent?
Yeah. It's a little faint, but
I'm gonna find that a little suspicious.
yeah.
I'm gonna draw my glass bottle.
So the stain on the ground, it looks like there was some sort of liquid that came from where the counter was all the way through the shop and out. But it's all gone now. And the shop, when you go in, is kind of like a confectionery, like the thing that they specialize in is sweet stuff. But kind of like a Dairy Queen, like Grill and Chill or whatever, they also sell regular food here.
No matter what the game, Austin will always lead us to sweets.
So nothing seems particularly like on.
Mhm.
It's not like the other shop where, stuff was running. But you can tell, and Chris, you can also probably tell, that there's some sort of activity going on behind the counter in the kitchen.
Okay.
There's a bit of noise. And as you guys walk in through the threshold...
I'm gonna motion people to be
quiet. Okay. Do you guys want to try and sneak, or do you just want to go in quietly?
I'll probably try and sneak.
Okay.
I will also
Motion
try and
everybody
see.
to shush. So with rolling stealth, I've looked at rules for 5e and stuff, and apparently you're supposed to do a total and then
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
not advantage, the average
Mm-hmm.
average of stealth. I don't know if that's the same here or if what you want to do.
I think I'm gonna leave it to, or I think I'm just gonna interpret how all of you are being stealthy.
10.
You got 10, Tom. 11,
22.
22,
14.
and 14. Okay, so you can honestly, a group can only be as stealthy as their loudest person.
Mm-hmm.
So, unless you guys split up, but given this particular scenario, there's not really a whole lot of places you could go if you're still entering the building.
There's this 6'10" orc in front.
Yeah.
Or half orc in front with a glass bottle. Like
Everyone,
this.
be quiet. Bum bum bum. So, you
I'm in.
take a peek over the counter and towards the back, and you only catch it for a second, but there's some movement back there. Something moves and goes.
Like away?
Yeah, you can't see it anymore.
Alright, I'm gonna jump over the counter and give chase, going, get back here!
Okay. When you run into the kitchen, stuff seems moved around and like it had been rifled through.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get to the back of where you saw that thing gone, there's nothing. It's not, whatever it was isn't there, and your immediate thought is, where could it have gone? There's no doors, there's no vents or anything.
Uh-huh.
There's just nothing.
I look up.
You look up, nothing.
This is a kitchen?
You're in a kitchen.
I look for a knife.
Okay. You go ahead and look for a knife. You find a pair of scissors.
I'll take it.
Yeah. These are kind of large scissors, so they're pretty good for your hands. They are meant for cutting sugar and stuff like that, like candies.
Yeah.
But again, a lot of the stuff that wasn't here just seems kind of tossed around. The scissors do have, everything in here has that like stain on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna yell out. I'm gonna go, hey, who's good at searching? There was something that ran off in here.
Do any of you guys go to the kitchen?
I'll go into
Yeah,
the
I'll
kitchen.
follow.
All right, everybody, or just you two?
I won't be left. I don't want to be left alone anywhere, so
Okay.
I will follow at a 6 foot,
Okay,
space with them.
at
Would
keeping
there
distance.
be...
I do want to like touch some of the
Touch the stuff.
and try to smell it.
Okay. It comes like where you find like a large buildup of whatever it is. You do get some of it off and onto your finger.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to sniff it, though, it smells like something that was burnt, charcoaly kind of. But roll a investigation
It's
or
not
perception. Sorry.
I just
All
realized
of us.
I've been like the main talking voice every time.
Mhm.
I'm just
Now you know how I feel.
Yeah, I am just loud and jump at every opportunity.
That's a 5.
5. Okay. Yeah, it
I've
smells like something that's
Only
Burning.
low rolls the whole time.
yeah. It smells like something that's burny.
Bernie.
Yeah.
Sandlord.
Like if you rub it between your fingers, eventually it comes off. From what you can probably assume, if this is like a mess, then the cleaning robots would have come to clean it up. But they're not. And the area is not closed off.
Oh, should I have rolled perception?
You can now if you want to.
Yeah.
I rolled a 9, but it probably doesn't matter.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I'll roll.
You just look. What do you? What were you looking for?
The thing that I
Okay,
saw.
okay.
Like probably
Any evidence of where it could have gone?
Yeah, just
I
like
gotcha.
something that's alive.
I got you. I got you.
Alright, so I come into he says there's something.
Okay. So the whole kitchen area, while being seemingly ransacked, everything, every surface here has a weird like covering of this material. You don't know what it is, but you can smell sugar and the burning smell that you've been smelling. But yeah, if there was something back here, there's no real way that it could have gotten out. Not that you can see, at least. You guys spend a little bit of time kind of searching the area. The back, where there's the other corner of the room, there's supplies for whatever the cooking stuff was. Some of it has gone bad, but you guys do find some like bottled like syrups and the like. Not necessarily super nutritious, but
Yeah.
it's in a container that it's not been messed with. Although all of the stuff has this grime on it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna.
If you wanted to, you could probably get it off of there. But
Could we? Is it judging by how it is? Would it be washable? Like if I were to get into a sink and like kill it?
yeah. Again, the stuff doesn't take a whole lot to get off of something, but it's just on it. Everything. What is? I keep on forgetting where I'm putting this.
I'm gonna just start opening boxes and shit and seeing if there's food. Like 70%.
Yeah.
I want to see if there's food in there. 30%. I want to see if there's a thing in there, like a man, a tiny little man that's hiding from me, and I can stab with my new scissors.
Okay, so you're opening cardboard boxes ready to stab.
Like, not like that, but like.
You make the same motion, just slightly more subtly than I did.
Yeah.
My character keeps on like bringing her hands up to where she would normally have a gun,
Okay.
and it's like very, very
You were the last one in, right?
yes.
Okay.
And
With-
I am being very staying back. I want to keep them inside at all times. I don't want to be split out from them. But I'm very wary about walking into this.
Okay. You hear some noises outside the shop. Nothing like, no big bangs or anything like that, but just like some like bzz, 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 bzz kind of noises.
Okay, I will go behind the counter, and watch, like peeking over the top of the counter.
Okay. As you guys are searching through boxes for anything usable, anything that would have actually been genuinely helpful is gone. It's not gone, but it's no longer worth eating.
It's no longer edible.
Yeah. There's ingredients that have shelf life if you want to just take ingredients with you.
Wow. As of right now,
But
it seems like our
this
best
this
option.
a lot of this place really focuses on its candy and the other its sweets, and the other types of food that are here have all gone bad. So no luck. You could take a box of like just fill it with general sugary ingredients that have a shelf life and stuff like that,
Yeah.
or have survived.
Nade will fill the thing up and put it on her shoulder. And she'll
Okay.
go, anyone else want to take a box of this shit?
As you're about to leave, you can see
I'm
quote.
crouching behind the counter, looking towards the outside of the shop.
Well, I'd ask you what the hell is happening, or if he's out there, but, like, you don't talk to me, so...
I'll look at you and go.
You take a minute, and you
Point to
can
my ear, you know.
you can kind of hear it. There's like a little zzz, zzz, zzz noise.
Oh.
It doesn't sound like it's getting closer. You
know.
just hear it. It sounds almost like a signal or something.
How sneaky does everyone feel?
I'm feeling pretty sneaky.
I mean, we can make an attempt.
I mean,
Yeah.
I have a +8 in stealth, so...
Here's the thing: you got in here, and nobody saw you. That's pretty sneaky.
Alright. I vote, whoever's the sneakiest of us, go and
See what that's all about.
see what the fuck is happening.
Alright.
I have a +8, so I assume that's me.
Sure. And then
Joe's
I'll
roll
go
for it.
here, and then I'll give you the little sheath and the glass bottle, and I give that to you.
Okay, I take it.
Because you have an upgrade. You got
Yeah, I
scissors.
do. Alright. You... For some reason, I kind of trust you the most.
Curious.
Are you pointing at-
Organics tend to have the opposite.
You're like a robot
sense.
man, and I haven't, like, injured your pride or threatened you in any way. So you're the least to not like me, I think.
True. I tend not to go out of my way for things.
Also, if you try to stab me, I have bigger ones.
I have no reason to stab you currently.
Did you break
Exactly.
Did you break the scissors into two halves?
I'm gonna do that.
Okay. You held up both your hands, so I thought you did that, and I missed it.
Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna
You snapped the scissors
snap
into two.
the scissors.
While he's holding like a box, it's like
Well, you can set the box down.
Yeah.
Um,
Alright, go.
If a circumstance ever occurs that it is not in my best interest to have you around, I shall definitely keep that in mind.
ooh.
Okay. Good.
all right.
Anyway, go see what the fuck that is.
I shall certainly.
Okay. So, how are you going to go about this? How are you going to go?
I guess I'll just like crouch along.
Okay. You get to the threshold, and you take a look down where the noise is coming from. There's another shop a little ways down. It seems to be some sort of like adult clothing store, but there's
Okay.
some sort of noise coming from there. Whatever the noise is, it's inside the store. You can't see anything.
Okay. I will make my way inside the store.
Okay, so you're gonna head down that way.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you go in, the store has like a dark blue colored motif to it, but it seems to specialize in some sort of plating. Is the best way to describe it. There's those like ab shockers. The thing that
Tens machine.
sure. That seems to be like the marquee, like, oh, take a look at that thing. And there's like these universal panels that can be used anywhere on the body to cover up anything, but they can also be used to stimulate things. And okay, so wherever it was or on display or whatever, it's gone. And there's movement in the back right-hand corner. Something's moving around, doing stuff.
Okay.
It's moving over by a display of like oh my god, a display of like bunny costumes and stuff like that. Sorry about the noise. So yeah, it's by some sort of like bunny costume display thing. It's knocking stuff over. There's noise.
Okay. I will approach.
Okay.
I do like. Is there like any cover I can use?
Yeah. Do you want to try and stealth up to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
When you
roll
say
for
it-
Yeah.
stealth.
Go ahead and roll.
Okay.
What?
When you say adult store, like that kind.
Like a lover's lane.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
So
Do you hide behind the
17
dildos,
plus
or do you hide
8.
behind the ball gags?
This is pretty important information.
Why not both?
I mean, you guys were looking for clothing. Clothing, weapons, food.
Hold up, wait a minute. There probably is some cool fucking sexy biker outfit in here.
Probably.
So anyway, that is a 25.
Okay. Yeah. All right. You. There's no one there to see it, and you wouldn't want them to see it anyways. But you crouch down and you very stealthily move from display to
Weave
display.
your way between the dildos
Yeah. Yeah.
like a snake.
Yeah. You just kind of lay on the ground and slither up.
Perhaps as if it was out of some like peanut brittle.
Yeah.
No one will get that.
No one will get that. So, when you actually see what's making the noise, there is a life-size rabbit
Okay.
made out of some sort of confectionery goop. And it looks like a rabbit right now because it has used some of the panels to kind of make up a large portion of its body, and it has rabbit ears on its head.
It's pretty horrific.
But it's some sort of goop, and it's like jumping around, digging through stuff, kind of falling into things. It seems like it kind of looks like a deer that's just been born that's like trying to run around but falls into stuff. So that's what you see.
Well, that's fucking awful.
Yeah.
I'll be the first to say.
What does one do about this?
What do you want to do with it?
I would say just do a 180 and walk out and call it.
If I had a phone, I'd call the police.
What police? There's no one here.
Mall security.
Again,
Mom? Anyone?
Mom, I need a ride home.
My character's detecting the discomfort everyone else feels. My character's thoughts are like, we could hunt this thing and eat it.
Well, you're not there.
Yeah, we're not there.
You guys are all waiting, like,
Your
a
character
couple
feels-
stores down behind a counter.
You're right.
Man, if
We're,
I knew
uh,
how to use my spells, I could use telepathic message, but I cannot do that.
Yeah.
Your character feels the
You've got a
discomfort
bottle.
of us out
You could
of
hit it.
character.
Could
You
do
could
that.
hit it, or like you could.
I have 9 HP though. I don't want to like die.
I mean, you can come back and get us, but
Yeah.
or something.
You also, I think, have more than 9 HP. You've got 9 HP, but you've also got stamina.
Is this train
Okay.
coming through?
Yeah, so I'm gonna go back and get them.
Okay. Are you going to try and stealth your way back out?
Yeah.
Or do you care if this thing sees you?
Well, if it sees me, it'll probably follow me, I imagine. Because I'm the only creature it's seen for a while.
But it also ran from me.
Yep.
True. Okay, yeah. Well, if it sees me and then runs away, then we won't know where it is, so that's still not good. So I'm just gonna stealth it. And plus I have a +8, so... Yeah, that's 26, so...
Just gonna real quick check. So you make it out and it's still jumping around in there. So you make it out and head back to the store. All of you guys waiting there see him come around the corner back.
There appears to be some sort of confectionery creature in the form of a bunny.
Well, that sounds delightful, to be honest with you.
Sorry, wait, what?
I actually found it rather disturbing.
Like, how's it look? Is it like a marshmallow bunnies running around in there?
Sort of.
That's good.
I do not know. It's rather
It's more like
disconcerting.
More like if a slime creature decided that it wanted to be a bunny-themed sex toy.
Alright, so what I'm
really
being
bad.
told right now is that there's a bunny made of marshmallows that's alive in the sex shop. I say we run in there.
I love this game.
I say we run in there, kill this fucker, eat it, and then, I don't know, maybe there's a cool jacket in there. Do you know how to stab?
No, I do not.
Mute girl, do you know how to stab? Well, that's better than him.
Really, Tom, I gotta say, really, really great character for a podcast that you've made here.
I mean, I have dull knives I can throw at it, but I don't know how to.
I have reasons, but don't worry.
Alright, so, who wants the second half of my scissors?
My character will raise her hand.
Alright, I grab it, hand them to you, and I get the other one, the one that my favorite half.
You've
it's
already
like-
developed a favorite half.
Look, it's like a wishbone, you break the scissors, and whichever keeps the bracket, that's the one I have.
I see.
So, do you have the straight one or the bent one?
The straight.
Okay.
Yeah. And, I'm gonna go, alright, is there anything heavy in this room?
The box that you've got is heavy.
Anything more weapon-like?
Not really. A lot of the cooking utensils and stuff like that, or like cooking equipment, is actually pretty light.
Yeah. But here's the thing: it's a marshmallow bunny. So I'm gonna find whatever is the biggest cooking instrument that is in here and hand it to the Yasaki, which probably, in comparison, would be even bigger for him. That's racist, but I don't care.
I mean, is it really though?
Motivated.
I
I
mean,
mean,
It's just kind of a fact.
you might
It
just
is
be
a
putting
fact.
a pot over him.
yeah.
It's to protect your head, dang it! I can't see anything though.
We could make him into a tank if we got a big enough pot.
I just
Alright.
realized that I'm a
So-
how I chose my character as a mechanic. I could build a robot out of the cooking parts here.
Our party with
It'd be hilarious.
Our party with 2 halves of big scissors, a broken bottle, and I'm assuming a big spoon will go to fight the marshmallow bunny.
Okay.
I'm going, are we okay? Plan of attack. Are we going stealthy? Or do you want me to charge in there and try to tackle this fucker?
Well, it seems pretty afraid of you before, so I don't
Wait.
think it really matters.
I would say stealth would be a good option, so when you get close enough and jump it.
I say you get in there and as close as possible and surprise attack it with your bottle and then give like a stabbing the bunny or something like that. And
Very
then,
well.
and then we'll run in and also stab the bunny.
Sounds as good a plan as any.
Alright, we'll be waiting outside for your signal.
Very well.
On your command.
Oh no.
When did I become a captain?
I promoted you.
You're the captain.
The hierarchy, as it seems to be right now, is me, because I'm strong and I have the knife thing.
And also, you talk the loudest.
I'm talk the loudest. I'm the biggest, and I seem to be the one that yells at people and they do what I say. Then you, I trust you the most, and you're made of metal, so you probably
number one.
punch really hard. Maybe. You're second in command because you could sneak and stab bunnies. You're third.
I'm just imagining, like, job requirements. Can sneak up and stab bunnies.
How
How do you put that on a resume, I wonder?
you do it.
Just do it.
You're third because you speak and you are seemingly
Because you speak.
surprisingly chill with me threatening your life multiple times and using you as a hostage.
He's just like, well, that's understandable.
And you're fourth. You seem fine, I guess, but you don't talk, so that's why you're fourth. Anyway, let's go kill a bunny.
Okay, so you guys all come stomping down the pathway towards the...
We're trying to
the-
be somewhat sneaky and sending him in first.
Yeah, I'm going in first.
Okay,
So I will
roll your stealth.
That is a 16.
16. Yeah, I'd say you get in there
Okay.
relatively stealthy. Not as stealthy as you were before.
I'm in a bit of a hurry now.
Yeah.
We're just kind of like outside,
Around the corner?
Yeah, outside the thing, just like waiting with scissors.
So
Pushed and ready.
the bunny has made its way further back into, like, it's now past where the register is and stuff like that.
Okay.
The stain like substance that it leaves behind, there's more of it now, like kind of all over the place.
Okay.
But you lock eyes with it. You don't lock eyes with it because it doesn't see you. You spot it,
Okay.
and
American
what are you gonna
Psycho.
do?
American Psycho, this thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna just run
Is
up
that the
there
one?
and stab him.
Okay,
Say stabbing the bunny as he do.
Yes.
you say stabbing the bunny.
You gotta yell it. It's gotta be podcast. Say it.
No.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
The moment I
Now
hear
I'm
that, I'm
sad.
going to charge.
Roll an attack.
Okay. Do I get any sort of bonus to it?
I believe so because Pathfinder still uses flat-footed, correct?
Yes. No.
No? Man,
Maybe?
it's been a while.
Nope.
It doesn't?
Well, it's still a sneak attack.
It mentioned for the Yosokai for flat-footedness for something. I don't know. I was reading stuff.
I was pretty
Maybe
sure.
it does then.
I was pretty sure it did.
It's not listed on here, so that's why I was said.
So, for this,
So,
I will
yeah.
say that you catch it off guard, and you get a... you'll gain advantage on the attack.
Oh, thank God, because I got a 2. That's an 8.
An 8? What's your total?
Well,
Okay, so just 8.
so just 8.
Does not hit.
Damn.
You come down.
I was so
You surprise
sneaky.
this thing, and you come down fast with the broken bottle, and just as you do, this thing is kind of flopping around. It's a little bit difficult to know what to stab here because
Fair
there's
enough.
goop, but there's also hard plate. You catch the hard plate, hit it, and the glass tip of the bottle snaps.
Oh.
It's still a weapon. It's a bit shorter than it was before, but this pushes the bunny forward a little bit and makes it stumble over. And are you guys are all going to charge now?
I'm charging him.
Yeah,
we're charging.
As soon as
We're
he said
charging.
that.
Okay, so let's all roll for initiative.
Ah, yes. true to form.
Is there any sort of modifier for this?
No.
Dex.
Your dex modifier.
Oh, yeah.
That's a natural.
I was thinking of asking if it's like you would get any advantage or anything like that.
That's a natural 2023.
Nice.
11.
18.
Sick.
That's a natural 1
Oh,
Ooh.
with my modifier, so that's 2.
Oh boy.
Okay, so what was your total, Jesse? Just one?
I rolled a 1, but it was technically like 2.
2? Okay. Chris, you...
11.
11? Okay. Okay. So, top of the round. Austin. You see... Chris's character, which I... Techno, thank you.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I deliberately made it easy to remember.
It's like, man.
has beefed the strike and things a little bit past him. You can easily make it up there with your movement. The store's not that big.
yeah. Can I know there might be something in this with Pathfinder. I wanna just charge this thing in a line and straight up fucking tackle it.
Okay. Bull rush.
Yeah, I
Okay.
guess.
I remember this because I've used this in Pathfinder. Okay. So, I believe you need to make an opposed strength check, which will be extremely easy.
Well, is it athletics or strength?
Strength.
Okay. That's. Let me check if that's. Yeah. Oh, no, wait. I was about to say 16. That was 19. 22.
Okay. It rolled a natural 1.
Oh, cool.
So you are grabbing it, or are you doing a run and grab it and tackle it, or are you doing a run and run over it?
I'm doing a run and, like, jump tackle.
Okay. All right. So you run up behind Techno and dive for this thing, and it's on its back, and it's like, it gets up. As soon as it gets up, you slam on top of it and grab it. And you take 5 points of burning damage, as whatever this goop is feels like molten sugar on your skin.
Okay.
Which is extremely hot.
That's against your stamina first.
Yeah.
This thing hurts to touch.
I roll off.
Yeah.
It's still on the floor, though, right?
Okay.
Stab the fucker.
Next is Tom.
I will run up and make an attack.
Okay.
That's only a 10.
Does not hit.
Wait, wouldn't... It being on the ground, doesn't that give, like, advantage or something?
It's a small creature.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know specifically if there are rules against it, but I know in 5e there are. So we'll go ahead and say
it's up to you to add a +2 or a -2 to whatever it goes on. So
okay.
it's not
And
gonna
what
be-
did you roll again? 10?
I rolled a 10. So a 12
Okay.
would be it's up to you, but
So 12 matches the AC of
Yes.
the creature. So you get a hit on the thing much harder than with the glass bottle. And you manage to pin and pull off one of these like electro panels that are attached to the thing. But it's still alive and kicking. Next would be Chris. You have another.
I will attack again with the bottle.
Okay.
So that is a 17.
That hits.
Okay, so what am I rolling for damage?
Okay. So for damage, I'm going to say, because this is kind of like a weird weapon, I'm going to say it'll be a d6.
Okay.
Only just because I feel like that a glass bottle is going to do more than a punch
Yeah.
at its,
That is a 3.
worst. 3? Okay. I'm trying to remember.
Add your
Damage, yeah, it should be plus your strength.
3 plus your strength modifier.
Plus your strength. That is 0, so 3.
Okay. So you stab into the molten meat of this thing, the actual gelatinous body that it has, and your momentum rips a portion of the goop off, and it throws it off to the side.
Cool.
The thing is still kicking, and it's its turn now, and it will jump at you, Chris,
I kind of expected that.
to try and essentially it's going to more or less do the same thing that Austin. It's trying to land on you.
Okay.
That's not good.
Not good.
Yeah. Just like some Mario.
I'm
shit.
like 1,000% sure my very quiet "that's not good" did not show up on audio.
I think it did.
Did it? That would make me pretty self-conscious of every tiny noise I've ever made
Yeah.
while sitting in this chair.
Well, that's a natural 20.
Oh. Well.
So
Nice knowing you guys.
But Chris, did you get an actual
Well,
20?
remember, it's not a crit unless it confirms.
oh right, confirming criticals. It does not confirm.
Oh.
So it hits, but it doesn't get any extra damage. Okay. Ooh. 1 damage.
But don't forget, it burns.
Yeah.
It slams
Yeah.
on top of you, and you're like, "Ow, my 1 damage!" And and you're like, "The motherfucker!"
You so yeah, it dives at you and you reactively swat it away with your arm, and it burns your arm when you hit it away, but you move enough mass to actually move the thing out of the way and off to the side. You jumped on top of this thing and grabbed it. So your chest and your arms have more or less been burned by this thing. Nothing like major per se, but like it hurts.
Yeah.
Okay, so next is Jesse.
Alright.
Do you
So-
have a weapon on you?
Uh,
You've got your knives.
I
Your
do.
plastic knives.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna pull one of the dull dimes out, and I'm gonna throw it.
Throw it?
Yeah.
Okay. What did you
14.
roll? 14. Okay.
You just were deep in
That
thought.
hits.
Alright, what do you want to roll for damage on this?
1d4.
1d4, okay. That makes sense. That's 4.
4. Alright.
Cool.
So, you hit this thing, and when the plastic... It's not plastic. It's a durable material,
Yeah.
but it feels like plastic when you're holding it. It, similar to the bottle, hits the mass of it and spins out and scrapes and throws some of the mass of this thing off to the side. The bunny is reacting to this. Like, it's having... Like, it's in pain.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the pads on it are going off with the electric shocks, kind of keeping it from just like falling over and giving up. So it's still up and moving. So we move back to Austin. It is your turn again.
Alright. Many swear words will come out of my mouth as I roll up and go to take my fucking revenge on this gelatinous bunny fuck. And I'm gonna try to just bury this scissor blade into it.
Okay, go ahead.
Strength?
Yes.
Am I proficient with a scissor blade? Would it be like a
It's
dagger?
it's like a knife.
Yeah.
It's like a knife.
It's basically just a dagger. The way...
Although I'm pretty sure technically daggers only do 1d4 plus whatever. I'm just saying 1d8 because I feel like it'd be stupid to have your hands deal the same amount of damage as a knife.
Well, yeah, but your 1d8's a lot.
Oh, did I say 1d8?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, 1d6.
Yeah, it's like a short sword.
Yeah. It's a bladed instrument.
We're probably gonna make a lot of references to 5e.
Yeah, oh yeah. We've been
Alright.
playing 5e for a while.
Am I proficient with scissor?
Yeah, it's a knife. If you're that should be a simple weapon.
14.
14, that hits.
And then d6
Roll that damage.
plus strength.
Yes.
Oh, 3.
3. Okay. Okay. So you stab at it and rip another panel off of this thing, as well as a large portion of the mass, breaking kind of the circuit that these panels had going with each other. And eventually the thing flops over and moves a little bit, and then falls down again, and then it flops a little bit more, and then it just falls down, and the panel stops shocking it and just kind of slowly slides off this chocolate bunny.
Oh, is it chocolate?
When you look at it, it looks like chocolate.
Alright.
It looks like dark chocolate, kind of. And it is rapidly cooling.
I'm gonna, like, walk over as it's, like, sputtering and dying. I'm just gonna slam the scissor down and, like, try to cut its head off.
Okay. I want to make you make a roll for this, honestly. But I kind of feel like it would be a little bit... You're essentially coup de grace this thing, so I'm going to say you managed to do it. Yeah, the head part detaches. This thing is well and truly dead, whatever it was.
If you can call whatever it was life.
You're a robot, man.
That was out of character, just as a note.
So
I don't think I did the voice. So I could be out of character.
it cools down, and the bunny is dead.
I'm just gonna...
You could try to eat it if you wanted to.
I'm just gonna kind of huff and go, motherfucker, that hurts. And I'm gonna look at the damage on me. Is the sticky stuff on me too?
Yeah, there's like stain that residue that it leaves behind is on you.
Ugh.
And it's like it's all over your shirt and it's on your arms and stuff. Again, the stuff can come off pretty easily. It seems like whenever like the major mass of the thing gets removed, it starts to rapidly cool itself. So whatever residue it leaves on you cools off pretty quickly. So you're not continuously burning or anything like that, but you feel like you know when you accidentally touch something like super hot, like a hot grate or whatever. Your arms kind of feel like that, like they're like almost numb kind of pain.
All right,
It sucks.
you guys. I guess I don't fucking know. I'm gonna grab something and not be sticky anymore.
You're in the wrong
I-
shop for that.
I feel. I'm gonna get some clothing, okay? And then I'm going to change.
Are there any restrooms?
Yeah. To find one though, they're kind of there's 6 ones, one by each staircase, and then one in the center on either side of the
I
area.
thought there might be one in the shop. Never mind.
These places are kind of small, and the place is mall-like. So
Man, imagine being in the bathroom of this place.
Alright, I'm gonna.
It's,
I
I don't think you would want to be in there if there was one.
So you're gonna look around for some clothing and stuff,
Yeah.
right?
Mostly, probably like sexy biker, because we're in a sex shop.
I think
Probably.
I think I get the idea that you're going for.
Yeah, probably sexy biker, but if there's like military style or something that's like rough and leather.
It's a sex shop / army surplus.
There's sexy army outfits.
So
Oh no.
Just whatever.
let me think here, because I have to consider the fact that the area that this is in is meant for a particular type of aristocratic person.
Oh, they're the kinkiest, though. You know that.
Yeah. The place was literally selling, like, electroshock like, plates. Like electroshock pasties. So... I'm gonna say that you can find some, like... It's made out of a type of leather. But it's not like jackets or anything like that. It tends to be more like full suits.
Well, that's not much better.
And they may or may not have, like, attachment points or anything like that on it.
Could I rip off, like, the sleeves and possibly, like, cuffs of this?
You've got a one half of some scissors, so I'd say
Yeah.
you could.
Can I, like, cobble together something that looks at least somewhat normal?
But something that you do as you rummage through what is available here, something that you do notice is that the display and the boxes for the electropads are all messed up. And this thing had maybe 4 on it. And per package, there's more than that of different sizes. And the whole display, all of the packages have all been ransacked, and they're all empty.
Okay. Basically just all bad news here. I was gonna say good news and bad news, but I don't have any good news. Bad news, didn't find anything that doesn't say I want to fuck
I'll
Blair.
say this. You can find a type of, like, not full-on gimp suit, but something that is more... Like, it is form-fitting, but it's a full-body outfit, and you can take the top half of it and open it up and use that as a belt and have that kind of, like, mechanic... you've got pants on. And you could probably find, like, if you really wanted to, you could probably find, like...
Tie your jacket around your waist, you find a gimp suit. Turn it into a
Well,
jacket.
there are other stores to look through.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave all the... It's probably like...
You can take anything in here you want. You have free reign,
Yeah.
and
These suits are probably like...
you
can get fucked in them somehow.
find, like, some sort of, like, aloe-infused lube to put on your arms or something.
Alright.
It's not the worst idea.
It's not the worst
You can
idea.
distill
Yeah.
with chemical.
So anyway, I haven't found anything. So anything bad news? Haven't found anything to wear. And other bad news. The weird ass plates that were keeping the Hell Bunny together. There were like 4 of them, and there's a lot of packages of them in here, without any of them in here, and there are more than 4 in each package.
That is certainly disconcerting.
Which means there's somebody else or something else that have probably made more. So, as of right now, most likely there are, let's just assume, many Hell Bunnies on the ship made by these plates, also made by somebody higher up.
They may not all be bunnies, but
I
yes,
make a
we should
finger
be
gun and
concerned.
point at the finger gun.
Yes, we'll kill them all. Okay, that's...
I think he's gesturing,
So
or she's gesturing to get weapons.
I should start gesturing guns.
Oh, yeah, do you know where guns are?
Nope.
Fuck.
I shall also say that we should all stay
But,
together, just in case.
Your character did see a shop that sold some sort of firearm on the top level.
Oh, now point to the top level.
Oh, let's go there. I have a box of ingredients that we can
There's still the bunny
yeah,
on
I
the
was gonna
ground
list
if you
that.
want that.
I have I have a box of
Just throw it in
ingredients.
the box.
We
I mean,
have
he's got the scissors. He cut it in tiny pieces.
we have a dead bunny. I say, well, I don't want to touch that right now.
It has rapidly cooled to the point where you could touch it now.
Well, yeah, but I don't want to.
You have PTSD instantly.
No, it's sticky. Okay, here's my plan. We take the box of, like, just ingredients, and to my knowledge, we're the only living things on here except maybe the person who made all the hell bunnies. We're just assuming they're hell bunnies at this point. We'll just put the box down next to the dead bunny, and leave. Because who the fuck is gonna take it? So, we'll come back for that food, air quotes, and, she knows where weapons is, so we'll go get the weapons. Maybe find a spot to loot on the way there for maybe not
Dominatrix
sweet.
clothes.
Maybe not dominatrix clothes. Maybe not only candy to eat while we're here.
My
So,
character nods.
so we technically have food. We need water. We need real food. But let's go get guns first.
So I will say, there are also 4 electroshock panels in this room here.
I don't know
as well.
what that fucking implies, though. Like, is that, like, specifically a sex thing, or...?
It is a panel that can conform to shapes and is flexible. It has some sort of sticky substance on it, and a series of contacts that will lightly shock whatever is touching the contacts, making a circuit.
Can I just turn them around? And so if anybody tries to, like, grapple me, they get shocked?
If you could find some way to attach them to you, yeah, I guess.
We could get some tape.
My character does this. It makes an explosion.
That... I forgot. I got really caught up in stabbing a bunny rabbit and then not wanting to put on
Now
sex
there's a
clothes.
quote.
Not wanting to put on sex clothes.
So I can make a grenade with this?
When you look at it, your brain doesn't immediately go to grenade, per
Uh-huh.
se.
There's
When you
shock
look at
grenades.
it, you go like, I feel like I could do something with that. Like, that's
Uh-huh.
got to be useful, right?
Mm-hmm.
I should probably take one of those apart at some point.
Okay. So not at the
Just-
moment.
just-
we need guns first and foremost.
Just toss one of them in the box.
Yeah, well, I'll just take
Mhm.
them, and there's probably a different box in here, and I'm going to throw them in a different box and scoot them over. And I'll go, alright, let's go get guns.
Okay.
We come back for that second box. It's just full of dildos.
So, somebody's just pulled a sick prank. So, all of you guys exit out and work your way. You pass a bathroom on the way if you're interested in going to a bathroom.
I would like to go into it
Okay.
and see if there's running water.
Okay.
So we go, and she just starts walking to the bathroom. Hey, what the fuck?
the guns in the
Guess she's gotta
bathroom.
go.
So yes, there
Weird
is
place for guns.
running water.
Let us know if there's any guns in there.
I mean, I'm following.
There's nothing
Well,
immediately
I
like
say
there's
that
no
to you
smell
because I am a gentleman.
from it or anything like that.
Why the fuck? Come on.
But there's running water in the bathrooms.
Well, I'm not sure if she's going to the bathroom or what, so I'm staying out.
She's leading us to guns.
I don't.
There
know.
are male and female bathrooms,
Yeah.
and I guess like I want to say that there's got to be a type of bathroom that can accommodate non-humanoid species.
Yeah.
I would say, like, I don't think it would, like...
I mean, we have a family
differentiate
bathroom,
the-
so I imagine, yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah.
it would-
It probably wouldn't differentiate between like
human
sex.
and non-human. It
That
would-
sounds like segregation.
Well, I'm thinking
Yeah.
it wouldn't. Okay, they probably wouldn't segregate between male and female as much as it would be more so like, what is your body makeup? How do you dispose of
Yeah.
things like that?
I guess
Yeah.
that makes
Yeah,
sense.
here's the thing. I didn't think of that at all. I was like, it's probably like, if you have 2 limbs and you're of this height, go here. If you have, like, 4 limbs and of this height, go here. If you are Tiny Rat Man, go here.
You need a lot of bathrooms for that.
Yeah, that's true. But you still need a lot of bathrooms for your thing.
But you go to into
Yeah.
the bathroom, check the sink, water comes out.
Okay.
But it's one of those hand, like, sensor sinks, so you gotta kind of work for it.
I will get some in my hand and carry it out and
I'm there.
show them that I've got water.
I go, okay, well, that's not a gun,
I'll
but...
taste some of it.
You've
but-
got a mask over your face.
Yeah, I'll taste some of it underneath the mask.
Oh, okay.
I go, that's not a gun, but that's very useful. Did you actually mean water? Or, okay, this is like a pit stop. Okay, I'm gonna get some fucking water, too. Because that fucking hurt, I'll be honest with you. Now I'm gonna drink some water and, like,
So you
get the
take some
fucking
time.
shit off of me.
You guys are kind of realizing that, like, this area is a bit like a casino. There's no change in the lighting to denote how long you've been here.
Awesome.
Hmm?
Time.
We still got a little bit.
Okay.
So you don't know how long you guys have been here, but you're starting to feel the wear and tear of the day of having nothing. But moving on to this gun store.
Oh, did you two want water?
Sure.
Yeah, after they're done, we'll go in.
Go ahead and get water.
It's only the female bathrooms.
It bars you from
Stop me.
entrance.
Okay.
He has a scanner on front. You have to scan first.
Please.
Male, female. Well,
Please scan your vagina to enter.
Jesus. Well, that's gonna be edited out.
No, I did that in. Penis goes
Right.
here to enter male bathroom.
Okay. So you guys go up to the gun store.
Yes, yes, we
the
do.
the place sells they are not like old guns.
Uh-huh.
They're new guns. They are fancy guns.
Ooh.
They look like they would hurt to hold probably, and maybe aren't the most accurate things in the world, but they are all in covered cases. There's glass, you can see them, but you can't really like get at them. There's a guarded cashier area that doesn't really seem like you can get into. And again, this is one of those closed circuits. The power of this area is into of itself.
I'm gonna smash one of the glass cases.
Okay. Nothing happens. You don't even need to make a roll for it.
Oh.
Question, just to establish, are we going to, like, keep track of ammo and stuff like that?
No. We'll get to it when you guys get to
Okay.
actually have firearms. But you can spend a lot of time working at this. The glass covering these firearms is extremely tough. Does anyone want to investigate or
I'll
perception?
Take a look at a pistol or something.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh. I thought that was 18, that was 13.
That's
I got
a
excited.
7.
10.
And then, what are we using for this?
Perception.
17.
Okay. Jesse, you are the only one who seems to notice the guns in the cases aren't real. There's a projector that's projecting the actual gun there, so even if you guys were to get through the glass, you couldn't get the gun.
Okay.
The place seems like it could be run automated. That if you had money, you could buy a gun, but you don't really have money. So that's going to be something that you'll need to get at some point if you want these guns.
Okay, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Now, I would not... My character probably wouldn't think of this immediately,
Uh huh.
but I'm a fucking, like, rogue at heart. Just as a person.
Uh huh.
There's a bank here. We could go get like an automated bank loan and never have to pay it back.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
that would exist, but you guys got to get to a bank.
yeah.
You have free run of this place. No law.
No
The Wild
law,
West. Hell bunnies everywhere.
Yeah.
Hell bunnies, butt plugs.
Okay. So, as all of you guys are exiting or trying to think of what the next step to take is, the music starts to static and change. The normal clear audio over the radio breaks and something starts to come through, and you guys...
That didn't sound
That did not sound good. Why did...
Uh-oh.
Would you like to do an update now?
You guys hear this? So, I would like everybody to roll a will save, or tell me what your will save is. I don't remember if you roll for will save stuff, right?
Yeah, you roll.
You roll for it, right?
Oh, I'm good at that. 14.
Okay.
So was that... Okay, 2. Okay, so 17.
12.
2!
Okay. Everybody immediately falls to the ground asleep.
Oh. I
Except
have
for
plus-
you.
Okay.
Except for you, Chris.
Okay.
You are awake for one turn.
Oh.
What do you try and do? Everyone around you has just passed out while this song is playing.
I will try to wake Nade up if I can.
Okay. You go over there and
What
you
else am I gonna do?
try to wake her up. Make another save.
Okay. So that's a 13 plus 2. Still add the 2, I imagine. So that's 17?
13, 14, 15.
14, 15, 16, 17.
Yes,
So
You
17.
fail
Oh,
and collapse on top of Nade.
damn.
Oh, no.
And that's where we will end this this episode session.
No.
Dun dun dun.
Tune in next time on the thrilling adventures of whatever the hell this is.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Indeed.
I love cheesecake,